It's a pleasure to have this opportunity to talk to you. There's three areas that I'd like to share my opinion and experience with you today. Okay? The first one is clearly what's been the evolution of category management since the early days. Well, it's very interesting to me that category management has now been around for over 30 years. And that's important because in our industry, it's very unusual that any one method or technique stays around in use for that long. So firstly, obviously, if category management has been successful over such a long period, one of the attributes of category management clearly is its ability to evolve and adapt to the changes that occur in the industry over that period of time. And here we are over 30 years later, and it's still very much around the world. People use it. They're actually using it more today probably than in the past. Certain retailers believe that they wanted to be more strategic. They wanted to start to understand their consumers better and then make decisions around how their consumers bought product, satisfied their needs when they came to shop in their stores. Now, of course, that was always a good idea, but what really started to happen that propelled category management was new competition. So the new competitors was that they had a clearer idea of their consumers, their shoppers, and also what categories they felt were most important for them to target to take business away from traditional supermarkets and hypermarkets. So beginning in the early 90s, we had this dramatic change in competition, which caused the industry to really look for new methods. And category management became, through the ECR initiative around the world, it became the demand side method. So the fact that we've had 30 years of evolution, I think we can break it into these three very distinct phases. Every phase is being driven by one or more changes in either competition, consumer value drivers, or technology. And the future will continue to be driven by these kinds of changes, okay? Category management has always forced retailers and manufacturers to go back to basics because it forces us to say, okay, what changes are happening on at the consumer and shopper level? And what categories are they affecting? And therefore, how must I change how I manage my mix of categories and my brands within those categories, okay, to really capture the new trends, the new developments. Now, we know that COVID obviously, that this experience has caused many changes in consumer behavior, consumer needs, shopper behavior and shopper needs, and they've been well documented, okay? What category management does and will continue to do, it forces us to answer the basic questions. Which categories are affected which way? And therefore, we need to adjust how we manage our categories through different category roles, different category tactics, different category strategies, new scorecard KPIs, okay? For example, operational KPIs have become much more important.